Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Going to be flying solo today. Just wanted to retouch on points with regards to Geo-Rank. So a friend of mine has developed some software. We've discussed it a few times on the show in the past. It's quite difficult to get to that stage where I feel with a lot of the bigger companies, because it's done on an IP level, like an address level, that it's difficult to gather all of that information and do it at like tremendous scale. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you a bit of a demonstration of what the possibilities could look like for the future. So just to give you a quick example here with this tool. So effectively what you've got here is the ability to select the marketplaces at the top. You enter your keywords, you add your search terms. You know, when this becomes available, to be able to buy slots for it. Then you select the marketplace. In this case is USA.com. Keyword, do not sell this product. You'd be a lunatic if you do. Massage gun, but there is the keyword there, and then here is the ASIN. So why is this kind of interesting for people to look at? Is because the information that we get for ranking is generally summed. So if you're in position, say number 5, you take that as gospel, but you're not looking across the series of states. So in terms of search stats, to give you an example on this massage gun product here, out of the 535 locations, there's 433 returned results. And what it does here, it breaks down the state, city name, the estimated population, the page number that it's on, the page natural position, so that would include with sponsored ads above, page organic position, then whether sponsored ads are being run on this or not, and whether it's been allocated to the choice or the best seller batch. So there's the kind of overview of the interface, but where it starts to get more interesting really is when you break it down. Right. So we want to know that, you know, you might have a product that's doing really well and you're in position 1 or 2 and you just can't work out why the sales are down. But it's only because the basis of where is that in position number 1 or number 2? Is it number 15? Is it number 20? So just for example of this demonstration here. So if we look at this product here, you can see the page position here, organic position is 15. So in TN, it's 15. But in Phoenix, you can see here it's 19, 19, 19, 20. But then as you go further down, as it starts to collate all this more and more of this information, you know, these are quite close together. You've got 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's a bit all over the place effectively. You know, once it's that far back, the relevance starts to drop in terms of the sales. But if you look at the other end of the spectrum here, so let's look at Jackson Heights, right? 66,000 estimated, 66,000 estimated people there. Position 223. Let's just go up a bit. Hanford, where's that? 53,000. Wilmington, 106,000. Okay, there's slightly smaller. New York City, 8 million, just over 8 million there, but in position 214. So you might actually be sitting there thinking, looking at your product, okay, well, this seems to be going all right. You know, what is the problem we are facing here? Why are we, you know, not getting our sales? And then the problem you've got is that you've got this kind of historic information. Obviously, this is adjusting every couple of hours or so. But that information there is not giving you the full scope of, say, the US market. It might not matter so much in the UK, but more prominent in Germany with this. But where other benefits will come into play, I think what the developer will end up doing at some point, he will then add an opportunity to tie in with facility centers. I need to speak to Yev Marisenko. He's been at the forefront of pushing this movement alongside Evelyn Demirov as well. But I'm not sure if it comes from an API or it's a calculation percentage that is utilized for this. But I think there's plenty of opportunity here that you can diagnose issues as well. So for instance, this is, even though there's no sponsored ads running on this at the moment, but you can identify, is there sponsored ads running through this software and what position they're in. So you can start to isolate and work out any of the problems that you have. You know, like we've had the problems in the past with impression share, the amount of impressions are generated on an ad. So we can start to look under the hood and take a look at a view on these things and some of the problems that it may encounter. So totally what you've got there is various different states here. You can show the results by date, so it goes back in periods. Not that going backwards would be that much of benefit, to be honest, because you want about the latest information right now, but there's a historic data recorded there. Then you got the mobile version. So you can see the difference between the desktop. Obviously, these are going to switch over in different orders, but you'll be able to check for mobile, organic positions, and natural, etc. So as you scroll down, let's have a look at these ones. Is there a big disparity there on mobile? Yeah, so 98. So we've gone to page 4 here. So effectively, that same product is in position number 98 and 16, depending on where it's broken down to and which state. So that was really just a quick demo today. If you want to reach out to me, I'll put you in contact with the developer. As far as I'm aware, it will be available commercial, but on a lower level because of the processing power it takes to bring that level of data together. But we know that when we work in the world that we work in, is that it's having that little edge. Any edge is a good edge, and that's going to be more beneficial for 7 and 8 figure sellers because they'll be able to identify and extrapolate that data and decide what they want to do in terms of making the most out of it. So, but it's good that, especially if you're spending money on launches and they're starting to go sideways, you can then take a look at where these problems are occurring and do your best to address these in some parts. So that's it pretty much from me today. Quite a short show, but I just thought we've been speaking about geo-ranking for a period of time, and I just wanted so people to see it in the flesh and see that disparity between position. Like for some people, it won't bother them. And I know there it's a split of opinion with Geo-Rank because some people shit on it and some people like it and they can see the benefits over time. But the real benefits are going to come over a period of time. It might not be today or tomorrow, but once we start to dial in a bit more and understand what is going on the platform on that kind of granular level, once you start bringing in DSP targeting and geolocation and inventory, you can then dial in on a sixpence. That is where you're going to start to really make ahead and take advantage of what's going on out there against your competitors. Another thing is running ASIN, competitor ASINs and seeing how they're ranking. I mean, there's also got to look at that. A lot of people work to this whole long tail thing, especially with the US market. US market is where the long tail is. Like once you start hitting Europe, anyone that tells you there's great long tail in Europe is talking horseshit. Basically, it's uncomparable. Are there long tail? Yeah, of course, there's going to be certain products, but the depth of long tail is all based in the US. So that's where you'll get the most benefit from that. But again, looking what's going to happen with those smaller search terms with less search volume or less impact, if you like, where would they make a benefit with using this tool? I haven't run through this tool yet, but you might find that the disparity there is a bit further out as well, and this might only be used best or utilized best for head search terms. But that's it from me today. Sharon Evan will be back here tomorrow. Take care of yourself and your family. Much love. If you want to know more about this tool, just give me a shout and I'll put you in contact with the developer. Take care.